Thank you for joining my talk, Extending Envoy with WebAssembly. In this talk, we're going to dive into the extension point of Envoy in terms of WebAssembly. Before we get started, please let me introduce a little bit about myself first. Hi, I'm Yuki. I'm working as a software architect at newmo, a mobility startup company in Japan. I'm also acting as a Google developer expert in terms of cloud. So if you have any interesting topic regarding that, yeah, feel free to reach out to me. Anyway, Envoy is a network proxy widely used in the cloud-native environment. Its philosophy is network should be transparent to applications. For example, Envoy is widely used as an API gateway, including both classic API gateway pattern or Kubernetes Gateway API. Envoy also used as a sidecar proxy for service mesh, such as Istio in this example. Envoy handles the HTTP request in the filter chain manner. For each request, Envoy handles the request filter chain. For example, we have just authentication filter provided by Envoy itself, and also we have our RBAC filter for some kind of access control. Or yeah, we can have some kind of HTTP filters for modifications. Envoy has some extension points, like we can write some custom logic as native C++ filter, or we can write custom logic as Lua script. And also, Envoy provides external processing filter that makes Envoy delegate some custom logic outside of the Envoy. And yeah, we have WebAssembly filter that makes us write some custom logic as WebAssembly modules. And recently, Envoy introduced a new feature called dynamic modules that allows us to write some custom logic as shared library. Yeah, for example, we can write some custom logic. For example, we can write some custom header modification as WebAssembly modules. This is a sample configuration for WebAssembly modules. We have to specify WebAssembly binary. And if we want, we can specify some custom configuration for our custom WebAssembly modules. And yeah, thank you for WebAssembly nature. We can write some custom logic in language of our choice. I'm mainly using Rust. Yeah, we know Rust everywhere. And sometimes I'm using Go to write our custom logic. And the proxy defines some ABI, application binary interface for WebAssembly modules for network proxies, including Envoy. By using proxy wasm SDK, in this case, yeah, reading Rust, we can write some custom logic like that. In this case, just renaming headers for upstream services. And for some complex situation, I created a WebAssembly modules that makes Envoy fetch access tokens from Google Cloud metadata server in the Google Cloud environment. In this case, yeah, this is reading Go. I employ the HTTP call out from Envoy to the outside of the Envoy in WebAssembly modules. And yeah, I published some my custom WebAssembly modules as open source software. And yeah, please check that on GitHub. And last but not least, recently Google Cloud started to support some WebAssembly feature for Google Cloud application load balancers. That means we can use proxy wasm compliant WebAssembly modules even in the outside of the Envoy. Yeah, that's it from my side. Thank you for joining.